Today's webinar is entitled Embedding TOC in the Workplace, Fleetguard's Lessons for the Future. Very honored to host a special conversation featuring Tejaswini Joshi. She is the HR Manager for Learning and Development at Fleetguard Filters Private Limited, India. And Dr. Danilo Sirius is a board member as well as chair of the TOC certification committee. Danilo will be helping with the facilitation during the Q&A after Tejaswini's presentation. A little bit about Fleetguard. So Fleetguard has made a sustained commitment to the theory of constraints education for many years, enrolling numerous employees in TOC certification and intentionally embedding TOC thinking into its professional development strategy. Ms. Joshi is a learning and development leader at Fleetguard Filters with 9 years of progressive experience within the organization. She holds an advanced academic credentials, including a Master of Arts in Psychology, a Master of Personnel Management, a certification in Instructional Design from KPMG, and an Advanced Management certification from the London School of Economics. At Fleetguard, she designs training programs with a dual focus, maximizing leader learning retention, as well as ensuring measurable on-the-job impact. She plays a pivotal role in developing an internal trainer certification program for TOC training, helping to create a self-sustaining TOC learning ecosystem within the organization. Her work bridges psychology, HR strategy, leadership development, and operational performance, making her uniquely positioned to share how TOC education translates into real organizational results. Danilo will guide today's discussion, and it will help connect Fleetguard's experience to the broader TOC ISO certification journey. For your convenience, a copy of the presentation slides is available in the handouts of your dashboard. We ask you to please submit your questions into the Q&A. We'll reserve all the questions until the end of the discussion. And with that, without further delay, it is my pleasure to turn this over to Tejaswini. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Jennifer, for this wonderful introduction. And I will start my presentation. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, from whatever time zone you are attending. And thank you, audience, for being with us to listen our FFPL story of TOC. So this presentation will be approximately 45 to 60 minutes long. And I will take you through the presentation mainly from HR angle, where I will show you that how we apply TOC and what we did for that. And the presentation is beyond numbers. So let me share the presentation. And I'm sure this is visible. So this is 23 years of TOC excellence and our journey of transformation from 2002 to 2025. So before starting it, I actually want to thank TOC ICO for giving us an opportunity to present our journey of applying TOC. So before starting the actual presentation, I want to begin with a question. So I'm not expecting any answer, but this question is for the reflection. What do you do when everything in your organization is working fine? When I say working fine, I mean there is no crisis, there are no losses, and operation is smooth. Just a quiet feeling that you are capable of much more. And in that case, what most organizations will do, most probably they will ignore that feeling because everything is going fine. Because comfort is seductive and we like to be in that. In 2002, our organization exactly experienced that moment. We were stable, profitable, and growing. And still, few of our leaders made a decision that we want to get more. So they choose to question everything. They choose to unlearn before they were forced to do that. And this decision led us to something that did not just improve our performance, but it changed how we think, how we make decisions, how we see the problems, and how we see each other. So today I'm not presenting a methodology or any tool in terms of TOC. I'm sharing our journey of how we make our TOC, our organizational DNA. So it is a story of our some of our visionaries' inquisitiveness, faith, perseverance, and resilience. But before actually deep dive into the journey, let me take you quickly through our history and basic information. So we started our journey in 1987 with a dream that we want to be best provider of filtration solutions for both and off highway applications. So we started with 50-50 joint venture with Cummins Filtration, which is formerly known as, now it is Atmos Filtration Technologies. This is our current leadership. As you can see here, Mr. Niranjan Kirloskar, he's our MD, our president, Mr. Sanjay Kulkarni, and Mr. Vijay Gokhale, he's our executive VP sales. Other three gentlemen, they are handling different areas of Fleetguard. Today we have OEM customers 100 plus. They are from these different segments. This is our product range. So it starts from air filtration. And as we started understanding our customer pain very well, we also explored the entire range. And this is what product range we have today. Now, let's start this presentation with gratitude. So before telling this, I must acknowledge the people behind it. First of all, our employees who trusted the direction and dream shown by our visionaries, as well as generations who sustained this journey. The presentation is dedicated to thousands of employees who made the organization not only bigger, but stronger. And of course, our visionaries who dared to dream, and they had the courage to hold on to this dream even if lot of up and downs. So let's talk that TOC. We always say that TOC is in our DNA. So when we say this, we are not just using this metaphor lightly. We are very serious when we use this terminology. DNA defines how a living organism grows, adapts, and survives. And similarly, TOC did the same with us. Because of TOC, we started prioritizing things in a different way. We started solving problems in a different way. And the way we measure our success, it started very different. So it started with handful of leaders. And the biggest challenge was how to scale this dream and faith from some leaders to 2000 plus employees. So these individuals who decided to explore something unfamiliar, they studied the tool, they questioned the tool, they didn't accept as it is, and they debated, and they finally reinvented different TOC tools which can be suitable in culture in India and the way we do our operations. At first, it felt like an intellectual exercise, but slowly it began influencing decisions, then behaviors, and then cultures. And then everything started speaking the same language. And over time, spread to more than 2,000 employees through study, application, training, and continuous learning. TOC stopped being a project for us, but it became our lens for seeing reality and business challenges in a different way. I'm very proud to show you this that in 2016, we have received Ever Flourishing Award from TOC ICO International. And this award is a testimony itself that it has become our DNA. Now let's talk about our foundation beliefs, so which helped us to apply TOC in a better way. Here, I would like to mention that it is not like we decided to apply TOC in our day-to-day business thing, and it is not by accident. It is because the soil was already fertile. Our story begins in 1987, and Fleetguard Filters Private Limited was built on four simple beliefs: excellence, values, continuous improvement, and perseverance. These were not corporate statements, but they were choices simply made on daily basis on shop floor, in meeting rooms, and in customer interaction. For years, these beliefs helped us to grow steadily. Customers trusted us, employees stayed with us, and operations were stable. From the outside, we looked successful, but inside, we have this quest that we want to do better, better, and better. And this refusal to settle for good enough. So then what happened? The beginning and the magic, and it was a turning point that our visionaries met Dr. Eli Godrat in Barcelona. What makes this movement powerful is that we were not desperate, we were not losing money, we were not facing collapse, we were stable. However, in that meeting when Eli Goldat spoke about TOC, he did not present TOC as a tool. He presented it as a way of seeing systems, how everything connects, synchronization, and how local decisions create global consequences. And something resonated very deeply. And what is that? That is very interesting. That was a seed of an idea. And we started thinking that TOC is fundamentally very different. It is not just another management theory. It is not just thinking locally. It is thinking about synchronization. And we started feeling, what if we use this theory? Can we make our business better? And then we saw the logic in the theory. And the logic was that was a discovery, and slightly it is, I will say, it is a painful realization. The reason is, as we started studying TOC, we expected to find that there will be some operational efficiency or some things related to quality. But instead, we found something uncomfortable. Our biggest constraint was not physical, but it was behavioral. It was related to human psychology itself. What our visionaries could found is that each department had optimized itself. Manufacturing wanted efficiency, sales wanted flexibility, finance wanted cost control, and R&D wanted innovation. Each function was doing the right thing for itself, but the organization was suffering. We were not a system, we were silos coexisting. This realization was painful because it meant the problem was not out there, it is within us, it is inside. And therefore, we hope that if we started using TOC, we can work towards for the same goal. And this is what exactly happened. We began very carefully with the sum of the TOC tools, and then we could see the magic. So when it comes to DBR, that is drum buffer rope system, instead of pushing work everywhere, we synchronized around a constraint, and something remarkable happened. Output increased dramatically without adding resources. For the first time, people saw that improvement did not require working harder, it required thinking differently. That success built confidence in TOC tool, and confidence built belief about the TOC. And as you can see here, after started using this tool, our production output doubled within 6 months with the same capacity and same resources. Then, of course, it came about projects. Historically, delays were common, it is everywhere. Deadlines were padded. When we started using CCPM, that is Critical Chain Project Management, we changed how projects are planned. Instead of protecting individual tasks, we protected the project as a whole. Transparency replaced hidden buffers, and collaboration replaced defensive behavior. Projects began finishing on time, but more importantly, we started seeing team cohesiveness. And because of our two non negotiable anchors, that is customer due date and first time right commitment to our customer. This is another tool, replenishment guarantee for availability, and I cannot skip this. Our replenishment strategy is designed to guarantee product availability while maintaining operational efficiency across the supply chain. We follow four critical rules for guarantee for availability, as you can see here: delivering the right product in the right quantity at the right place and at the right time. This ensures we meet customer demand without overstocking or shortages, and that was the key. Second, our planning is driven by buffer penetration report. This is always data driven, and we always monitor what is the consumption pattern, where are the spikes, and as per that, we started doing the replenishment. And third, we maintain very good distribution, whether it is and therefore it we could do seamless movement of products from shop floor to aftermarket channels. So this flexibility allows us to respond quickly to demand variations across locations and customer. Together, this element created a responsive system that ensures availability, reduces inventory risk, and strengthens customer trust. Our leadership thought process, this is a powerful tool from thinking process that is necessary and sufficient. So this slide highlights a very important leadership distinction: the difference between necessary thinking and sufficient thinking, which our leaders knew from the beginning very well. Both are essential, but they serve very different purposes in how we lead, how we decide, and grow in the organization. We use necessary thinking to define essential conditions required for survival, stability, credibility as an organization. And those became our non negotiables. For example, this could include customer due date 100%, right first time. And without this, we can say we cannot even enter in the market. Now, you can think of necessary thinking as our license to operate. Our leaders spend significant time identifying this, because if we miss even one critical condition, the entire system can become fragile. We also now know that it creates stability, but not differentiation. And that brings us to the second part, that is sufficiency logic. Sufficiency logic answers more powerful questions for us. Why should customers choose only us? This is where our leadership moved from survival to competitive advantage. And here we are not just meeting expectations, we are creating irresistible value. Sufficient logic focused on what should be our unique strength, how we should differentiate ourselves from our competitors, our combinations that competitors cannot easily replicate or copy. And this is where we ask the hard strategic questions: what can competitors cannot match? And why customers should remain with us for so many years? Our leadership could identify that if necessary thinking is our license to operate, sufficient thinking is our reason to win. Our leaders could balance both, and that is what TOC has given us, the greatest gift. So our leaders know that too much necessary thinking makes us efficient but replaceable, and too much sufficient thinking without foundations make us ambitious but unstable. And that is the power of TOC thinking process we could use. When we started using DBR, CCPM, all these tools created a very positive pressure on our marketing. And so we call it transformation of our marketing, the way we approached our customers, and a new constraint appears. And that time we learned a very profound lesson that improvement moves the constraint. As production became faster, marketing became the bottleneck. Orders we needed to uh, orders needed to come very fast enough to match our capability, and so we had to rethink how we engaged with customer. So for us, every query mattered, every response time mattered, and every interaction mattered. And we decided that we will work on time and effort. So how quickly we can respond and deliver to customer needs, and how much we can tell our customers that we will take your efforts so you can do your business very smoothly. And therefore, speed became our identity. Customer began experiencing a company that was not just efficient but responsive. So here I would like to tell you few very interesting things. When we started this in 2011, we were of 50 plus OEM. At the end of 2011, it became 60 plus OEM. In 2024, it is 100 plus, and now it is 106 plus. And that is the power which is reflecting in the numbers and the business we are doing with some of the giants. Now, very interesting thing, because now it is my subject, transformation. So we had faith in TOC. We learned TOC and we applied TOC and we did experiment, and we could see a lot of positive impact. But here the challenge was how to make our employees feel that in your day-to-day uh, role, you have to implement TOC. And that was the biggest challenge in front of HR. So here I would like to tell you that operational changes are logical. We will all agree. But people changes are emotional. And therefore, it is very challenging to work with it. So what we wanted to do as an HR, so we wanted to change policies. We wanted to change performance metrics, how in the future we will measure our people's behavior and their performance. We wanted to kill old thinking patterns like organization works in this way only. Um, so in short, we wanted to change each and everything in the organization, the way we are measured, the way we do business, and the way we work, interact with our roles on daily basis. And therefore, it was very important to kill inertia, and we want to kill egos as well. And this is where human psychology role came in between. So what was our observation when our HR was doing that? So some people embrace the change very enthusiastically and they become successful because they believed in what uh, the results are telling them. Others felt threatened because, yes, there was change, and I will say there was 100% change. Some left, and we had to accept that transformation involves loss or sacrifice. This phase tested our leadership, our faith in TOC, and it was tough more than resolving any operational challenge. So, what we do to face this challenge? So we knew that tools could fade. We knew as an HR that training could be forgotten. But we also knew that TOC, it was dependent only on few leaders. Then it would fade in the organization when these visionaries on or when these leaders will move on or leave the organization. And so we decided that if we really want to sustain with this TOC way of working, then we need to work on 4 important rules for change that will bring transformation among employees. So we wanted our people to understand how their role is connected to TOC applications. So we showed them that how TOC is relevant to their day-to-day role, irrespective of their designation. So we focused on training that how they can use TOC principles in their role. We also changed the way people are measured. And so we started changing their job descriptions and key performance indicators. We accelerate it when we turn small TOC practices into actionable SOPs, that is standard operating procedures. So if you see this role relevance, measurement, awareness, and action, you will come to know that we worked on each and every change agent, which is important to convince as well as compel our employees to follow TOC. So to do that, we created 5 pillar system. As you can see on this slide, it is build, enrich, transform, create, and sustain. So I want you to imagine this as a staircase, and each step is unique. Each step has its own strength and give rise to the next step. So let's see what was in build we thought of. So here we focused on creating major um, measurement systems, like how we are going to change job descriptions, job measurement, performance measurement systems, and KPIs. We thought how each role can be linked to TOC measures, and it came up with new knowledge and skills. We also thought that when there are new knowledge and skills, how we are going to train the people. And that was the time when we started thinking about TOC ICO fundamental trainings and certification. And it was meant mandatory for managers and above people. Why managers and above people? Because it is expected that once they pass this TOC certification, they will get fundamental knowledge and they will help their teams also to think and work through TOC principles. Now come the second pillar, that is enrich, and it is all about training and assessment. So we started tailor-made training programs internally as per the role, and it is with the after it there is assessment as well. So this assessment is not to label our employees whether you are pass, fail, or you have moderate competency. It is to give them experience that I can learn TOC, and that was a very important milestone for us. Pillar 3 is something very important, that is transform, where we started giving TOC training in a different way to our leadership people. And the aim was with the help of this training, they will help organization and people to create TOC culture and to link customers and suppliers with TOC business practices. Pillar 4 is create. It is about creating self-sustaining ecosystem with internal trainer development and knowledge transfer. So we have started the very important initiative, Train the Trainer inside FFPL, where we'll make sure that we will not call any outside TOC expert or consultant to train our people. Question is very simple, because a consultant doesn't know our internal struggles. So we decided people who use TOC in different areas, we will train them that how to train others, and it became a certified training course. And last part is to sustain, which is very important. Um, Focus of this part is we have created 6 different agents within organization. Some are very visible and some you can feel if you enter in FFPL. And this pillar helps us to help our people, to motivate our people to start applying TOC in their day-to-day work. So what these 6 pillars we will see in the next slide, but this is how these 5 pillars help us to embed TOC in our culture. So these are the 6 pillars of transfer knowledge in action. Now, why I'm focusing on this? Because as a training and development person, what I have observed, people take training, they get very good marks in the post test, and then they forget it the time they need to use on the job. Some people take training, they understand the training contents very well, they try what they have learned uh, newly, and they try to apply the same thing in their role. They fail, they feel demotivated, and then they leave uh, what I want to apply. And therefore, at one point, my knowledge in XYZ subject becomes really well, but I fail to use that knowledge to solve my day to day issues, what we face on the job. And therefore, we believe that if we create these 6 agents, then it will help us to sustain TOC knowledge, not only at the knowledge level, but I can use that knowledge in my day to day role. So, as I said, first thing about training, and to give people a feel that yes, this is easy, let me try, I can learn. Because learning cannot take place if you compel. Learning can take place only if you give a feeling to another person that this is easy and you can do it. And as I said, assessments we started taking not to label them but to build confidence. Another thing is, yes, it is easy to learn, but the next question, can I apply it? And we show them that yes, whatever you have learned, you can apply with the help of TOC SOP driven work model. So they start applying with the help of shadowing. They get good induction as a new joinee, and they get a feeling that yes, it is easy to learn and it is easy to apply. Third thing is very important. I am applying it, so definitely I will face some issue. So who will help me? So we started creating knowledge base for our people. So they get a feeling that I can access knowledge if I stumble somewhere. So we have TOC library. So we have their very famous books written by Dr. Eli Goldratt, Goal, then Choice. So we have there are many books related to TOC, as well as we have TOC online library also. And at the same time, we take training delivered by internal people, and as I said, not external consultants. Because our TOC is linked with day-to-day role, they could see that yes, it is not just a theory, but it works in practice. Here, very important thing I want to say, that our different meetings also, they get driven by TOC thought process and tools. So DBR meetings we have CCPM meetings, CQC meetings, and they are all solution driven. There are softwares which are within FFPL who help us to go through all this systematically. So they get a feel that yes, it is working. They get a feel that I'm supported by my leaders on top management. So there is a lot of leadership visibility and accessibility and customer first approach. So tomorrow, if our very junior most person, if he feels that my customer wants to meet our MD, he can directly reach to Niranjan Kirloskar sir, and can tell that I want to fix a meeting with customer and please come. And we get that support from our top management. And last is, I'm connected. So there is a feeling that um, I'm connected with the larger goal of organization through my role. So if I fulfill my KPI, I can help my organization's SNT to get fulfilled. And this is how they get very good awareness about their job descriptions and how these job descriptions are linked with TOC measures. And we believe that these 6 pillars are really helping our people to understand TOC and apply it and sustain that knowledge. So we did, of course, there is a lot of efforts we did, still we are doing. So what was the result? So I'm very proud right now to tell you that everyone started speaking one language and going towards one direction. So over time, something beautiful happened. People across the organization began speaking the same language: constraint, exploit, elevate, necessary, sufficient. This language shaped our thought, so thought shaped our actions. And when thousands of people share the same vocabulary, it became our TOC culture. Our meetings became more focused, became clearer and so faster. And conflicts became easier to resolve because we came to know how to find out the constraint and how to subordinate to it. And so we started functioning finally as a one system. So when we say TOC is in our DNA, we literally live TOC day and night. Before TOC, whenever we faced any problem, our instinct was, and it is everyone's, to seek new solutions. New solutions in terms of, can we think of new technology? Can we think of adding new people? Can we think of adding one more manufacturing line? After TOC, our thought process slowed down and our instinct changed. We asked, what is the constraint? Let's first search it. Have we fully exploited what we already have? If not, let's do that. And is this investment truly necessary? In another words, in TOC language, is elevation truly necessary? And this discipline prevented wasteful spending and sharpened focus. And this is what, because of this, we say that TOC is in our DNA, and now no one can separate it from FFPL. So, as I said, that everyday decision making, it is through TOC lenses, whether it is a trainee, whether it is middle management, functional leaders, or higher management. So when there is any customer complaint, so it's our daily routine. We start thinking what must we fix first. We think about necessary and sufficient logic. When there is any project deadlines, project meetings, it is all driven by CCPM terminologies: first time right, on time delivery, what is the resource constraint, and many other things. DBR driven. So our production meetings here, our people talk about penetration, constraint optimization, and DBR scheduling. So um, I'm sure that you all must be very interested to know then, because we are in business, then finally what happened in terms of numbers. And though I am from HR and training and development, which is the most abstract thing, you cannot see if someone is learning really. uh, However, I thought, yes, I have to put this slide. So yes, finally results speak. Our production output increased 2x. Still it is our customer delivery rating on time in full, it is 99.99%. Query response is 100%. And we strive to give first time right, and we give also. And this is finally what is the result we can see after the implementation of TOC. However, we also face some challenges also. Um, and we call it the price of transformation. We didn't change, we transformed. And we learned that transformation demanded sacrifice. Our comfort was replaced by accountability, autonomy by alignment, familiar habits by disciplined thinking. Not everyone stayed with us, and this is part of every meaningful journey. We had to kill egos of people. We have to tell them that inertia is coming out of your comfort zone. For business language, we need to tell people that inertia is my solution cannot be permanent. I need to keep thinking that tomorrow I may need to kill my solution and think about the different one from the scratch if there is a customer query or customer pain of that nature. So here I end my presentation. So as I said, that this is not just a story about numbers. As a HR professional, I thought that it is my responsibility to put in front of you that what exactly happened with our people and how we surpassed that challenge. So before I close, let me return to where we began. What do you do when everything looks successful, but you know you are capable of much more? And as I said, most organizations wait for a crisis to change, but we did not. At the starting of presentation, I put forth this question in front of you for the sake of reflection. So I'm sure after going through this presentation, you must have or you will think about this question in a different way. So as a company, we chose to question ourselves while success was still comfortable. We chose discipline over convenience. And this theory of constraint is not a methodology for us to use. It is how we think, make decisions, work together, look at the problems. So it was not just an initiative for us. It has become our identity. And then something remarkable happened. Our organization stops reacting to the future and problems, and we begin shaping it. So thank you so much. And this is from my side about today's subject, embedding TOC in the workplace. Thank you
All
so much.
right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Okay.
Danilo.
I'm just going to
So
put a
now we are
heart in there for everybody for this presentation.
yeah,
Uh,
nice.
it's an excellent presentation. We have actually I can read one of the comments from Lisa Chaimkov that I'm going to
Yeah.
share. Uh, she said, "I've been impressed with Fleetguard." This is Lisa Chaimkov. Fleetguard, ever since I met your principles in the early 2000s, it is so heartwarming to see your ability to sustain what you've done and accomplished and continue to move forward and grow and grow. You are hitting on all the critical success factors for sustaining change. And she and all of us thank you for that presentation.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, let me go through the questions here. There's several questions. Oh, you took away the slides, um,
uh, Danilo,
but
can I see the questions? I mean, is it possible?
You should be able to. I was just gonna make your life easier and just read them for you.
Sure.
Yeah, the reason I asked you, well, I guess you probably can answer this without looking at the slide, because you talk about six pillars, and
Hmm.
we have a question from Willem the Wit. Hopefully, I'm not destroying his name, and he's asking if you can provide some examples of tools you use in pillar 4, which is create, and
Hmm.
pillar 5, which is sustain.
Okay. Okay. So okay, I'm supposed to give some examples which we used
Yes,
in this
I
pillar,
guess that's the
right?
question about.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Let me see how.
So see, as I said, this create pillar is about creating ecosystem within organization. And so, as I said, one of the best example is creating internal trainers. The reason is when we create internal trainers to train our next generation, they can connect very well any tool or process to people and systems because they are experienced that what unique challenges this system bring. That is one. So creating internal trainer, it is very very important. Don't dependent on external people because they really don't know your struggles and the culture you're operating, type of people coming inside your organization. That is one. In sustain, I would like to tell one of the important example is create a library of your training sessions and the trainings you people attend. It is because it will serve you as knowledge reservoir. So whenever someone needed it, sometimes it is not possible to recreate that experience. So if you have systems like learning management system, e-learning modules, it will be helpful to sustain the knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there any
I'm
way?
sure I'm clear. if more explanation is needed, I will.
Okay, I'll look at Willen and comment later.
Yeah.
So I think, okay, we have a question from Lisa, and this is about the collaboration meetings that you have, that you mentioned in the presentation. How frequently you do that? Is that every day or more frequently? Or
So it's about collaboration meetings, right?
yes.
Yeah. So it's very interesting that there are few meetings which take place early in the morning around 7:30, because it's manufacturing industry, and we call some of the meetings standing meetings. So it is very quick, 9 to 8 minutes. Meetings like CCPM, that is critical chain project management, it is 1 hour long, because in that we discuss that where a project is stuck, whether is there any resource problem. um, and there are n number of meeting, like if there are any customer queries, then we come to we means our people come together and they try to find out that what is the reason of this type of query, and what we need to do so in the future same type of query or complaint will not arise. And these are different types of meetings we call it collaboration. It is because our people come together and they try to understand what is the problem, and then they work on that problem as a team.
If I can follow up a little bit, so those are standing meetings, so 15 minutes, 20 minutes meetings?
Yeah, I mean, some meetings are very quick. It is because after that meeting they need to understand that what is today's buffer penetration, what is the demand from customer, and how quickly we need to feel that demand. But some meetings, yes, it is those are very well planned. As I said, CCPM meetings, DBR meetings, this is how we go ahead.
And you have some reports from the software that allows you to
Yes,
do
yes,
this
yes. We
faster
have
than.
reports from the software. So initially we used vector consulting software, but now we have developed on our own inside.
Okay. I hope, Lisa, that answered your question to some extent. Okay. There's a question from Prasad. I think you already answered this question, but I don't know if you want to elaborate more. He's asking, after trying your best to get TOC aligned, did you ever have to let a few employees exit the organization? I think you already mentioned that. I don't know if you want to elaborate more.
Yeah. So let me repeat. So question is about when we started implementing TOC, some of the employees left us, right? Is this the question?
Yeah, the way I understand the question is when you tried to implement TOC and there were some people that for whatever reason they were resistant to TOC, so that results in them exiting the organization. And I think you mentioned that
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Is there any other questions here? Tim is asking, Tim Stacy. I don't know if I understand the question. Did you have any issues with the core conflict for you and functions adopting this at different rates? I am not 100% sure unless you understand what the question. Tim, can you elaborate a little bit more on your question?
Yeah, it's better if
And issues.
can
Okay,
be
let me see
elaborated.
if he elaborated. Okay, no, that's fine. All right, I have a. Oh wow, questions are coming pretty quickly. Okay, I think you answered this question from Prasad about the daily meetings. So I guess you answered that question. Okay, I'm from Amar. This is for you, for your department. That's just money. This is about the HR. Did HR have to impart soft skill training to employees? And how do you inculcate ownership and accountability? So I guess the soft skill part. You talked about a lot about TBR and CCPM. So what type of training you do for the soft skill portion?
Yeah, that is very interesting question, and I love
Yeah,
it.
it's always interesting.
So here I would like to first tell you that when we say that we think through TOC, HR is no exception. In HR, we just don't give trainings, or we don't just choose the topic because we feel that it is good. We do a lot of in-depth training need analysis. We do job analysis and what is the demand in the market. Based on that, we came to know that okay, this type of soft skill training are required. So because our organization is TOC, basic we have. So we talk about 3 to 4 important soft skill. One is communication, another is collaboration, then third is cultural competency, and then time management. So TOC actually teaches us time management, but yes, for new joinees, newcomers, this is very important. So these are the 4 areas where we impart soft skill training, and it is need based. So we decide for which role we need to give, but yes, we invest in these 4. And in this we and these trainings are not generic in nature. It is customized in such a way so it will help our employees to be part of TOC culture. So in that we teach them that okay, if it is collaboration, then in TOC way, what is the meaning of collaboration, how you can collaborate internally, that is through TOC 5 focusing steps, how you collaborate with supplier and customer, and this is how we go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Wow, questions keep coming. Uh,
Yeah, great.
okay, let me see. From Lisa again. How do you ensure new leaders coming in are TOC aligned? I think we had this conversation.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's been so
yes,
many years, and you have new people coming in who are not TOC trained,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
might be
correct,
anti-TOC
correct. Very, very
in the
good
way they're
question.
training. How do you ensure that
Yes,
TOC
yes.
is aligned?
So yes, so I will not say that uh, TOC has made our life very easy, especially when it comes to people management. It is because when we follow such systems like CCPM DBR, it increases speed. And it's very natural that it increases demand from employee also, that we need to be very quick to respond and do our work. And here I would like to highlight that yes, when there are new leaders coming in between, when they are not used to our TOC culture, that is speed and quality, we need to take a lot of efforts. So there are few cases also that leaders come from different organization. We train them, we make them feel that yes, you can apply TOC, it is easy, but sometimes they cannot keep pace with this speed and quality thing together. And yes, to be very honest, few leaders resign. So solution to that is what we do now. We slowly onboard them. We slowly give them exposure to meetings like CCPM. When I say slowly, it is not 1 year plan, but it is like 2 to 3 months when there is a lot of shadowing. And then they come to know and learn that, okay, this is how, I need to respond to these pressures. As well as there are, we also try to create simultaneously future leadership pipeline where we recruit young blood. So when I say young people, approximate age 27, 28 years old, and our assumption is we can very well mold them as per our culture, and this is happening. So this is what we do. But yes, we face sometimes a problem with newly coming senior leadership.
Following up on that question also from Lisa is, so you have people that are the frontline people, then you have managers. So you said that all managers are required to become certified. Is that correct?
Managers are required.
Are required to become TOC ICO
Yes,
certified.
managers and above ladder. Yeah.
So, and I know that you do the TOC fundamentals primarily, which covers all the aspects of TOC. So,
Yes.
does that mean that somebody from, I don't know, a manager from marketing needs to learn all the applications of TOC, not necessarily. Okay.
Yes.
So all your managers are certified and they have knowledge on all the areas of TOC.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Managers from all the departments. It is not only about marketing, but finance, supply chain management, aftermarket, all the departments. If you are manager and above, you have to pass it.
No, and that's what I meant. Okay, so I say
Yes.
as an example marketing
Yes. Yes.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
they need to
Sure.
learn DBR,
Yes.
they need to learn CCPM,
Yes.
the finance need to learn all the
Correct.
application. Do
And
you
here
do?
important.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, and here important part is we made it compulsory by linking it to our performance management system. So we give 3 chances to our people to pass the exam. Um, I mean, we sponsor it. And if they don't, then we stop their increments as well and promotions. And that is how, of course, they are compelled also to, yes, if I want to survive in FFPL, I have to, learn TOC and apply TOC.
So I would assume, and that's what I asked this follow-up question from Lisa, because that also allows you to align the new leadership with TOC
Yes,
to an extent.
yes.
And how about at the lower level, the front people? Do they receive any type of TOC training, or,
Yeah.
or it's just part of the
Yes.
everyday life?
Yeah. So for lower level, passing TOC fundamental exam is not mandatory, and we don't expect it. But as I mentioned in my presentation, we have created many, small training modules so they can understand what TOC is all about. So to give you an example, when there are new joiners, in their onboarding, in their induction training program, we keep for them 2 days TOC introduction session. So in that they go through that what is FFPL's history about TOC, uh, okay, why we feel that TOC is very important for us, and then they go through these different tools that we use inside FFPL. We take them to shop floors to show them that how DBR system work, how replenishment work, and this is how our junior people they go through TOC training and examination, which we manage internally, but without any certification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the lower level, there is some training,
Yeah.
basic training. At the management training, there's some training and certification, which is tied to their ability to get promoted. I just wanted
Yes.
to summarize what you were saying. Now, there is a question here which talk about the higher level from Prasad, and it's talking about is push from the top, or more precisely, the top leader, a key TOC success factor.
For top leaders, key TOC success factors. Okay.
Yeah, pushing TOC, is that an important success factor?
Okay. So, if I have understood the question correctly, he's asking that how top leaders are keeping themselves aware about TOC developments and everything, or how they help organization to go through TOC way. What is whether first or second? What is correct?
My understanding from the question is how important support from the top level leadership
Okay,
for
support
the
from.
success of the TOC.
Okay, that is 100%. So here I would like to mention that all our top management people, they have passed TOC fundamental exam. Some of them have qualified application exam as well. When I showed you our visionaries and current our leadership team, you could easily make out that most of them are now taken, top places in the FFPL. So I will say that they not only pass the exam, but they really have faith in TOC, and that became the most important successful point, that they tell by their action that TOC is important. And yes, there is always top down approach. So when I say by looking at them, we feel inspired that yes, TOC is something we need to take care about and we need to learn. At the same time, quarterly we have our internal, magazine. We call it Fleet Post, and in that our top management people speak with us through their writings or video, and they make sure that in one of their writings or video they will always create a connecting line between where we are and why we are because of TOC. The interviews they give to outside media, it is uh, through TOC, and this is how it is pushed from them.
Okay, here we have the $100 million comment question from Sanjeev.
Okay.
Sanjeev Gupta, which we all know, one of our leaders here. So he said a lot of new knowledge here.
Danilo,
Yes.
Sanjeev would like his mic turned on.
Okay, so he wants to ask the question.
Yeah, I am right now sending him a request so that he can open up his mic and have some
Good,
dialogue.
because
So
I mean
here we
that's
go.
it's a 100 million question what he's asking. It's better come from his mouth. From
Yeah.
his
Okay.
own.
So Sanjeev, you're now you're on stage. We can probably hear you. Go ahead.
I don't think we can hear Sanjeev.
He's got to get some browser permission. Let's see if there's another question we can move on to until Sanjeev's. We're working out the technical part with Sanjeev.
Oh, there is a question about if you combine TOC and Lean in your in the organization.
So it's a question about, can we combine this, right?
If you combine, if you use both.
Okay. See, the thing is, what we came to know when we go through, all these different systems of managing organization operations, whatever you call it. So whether it is Six Sigma, Lean, or any other process, we believe that these are all processes and tools. But why we finally selected TOC is that we believe that TOC gave us holistic look to look at our organization, our system. So we don't, whenever there is any issue, we don't say that this is X department, this is Y, this is operation, this is quality, because we believe that there is one constraint and let's work on it. And so our management, they have studied different concepts as well. And I'm sure why they have shortlisted, because it gives you holistic perspective and synchronization. So we are very sure that now we don't want to adapt any other methodology, and it will be TOC only after
Wow.
studying all these, processes. Because main is synchronization, and that is what we felt it is giving us a lot of benefits.
Okay. Did we get perfect? Did we get Sanjeev online?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Sanjeev. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
Tejaswini.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So, as I said, I think every time I think that I have learned everything there is to learn about management or TOC, I get surprised. So today was that day.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Question is twofold. One is, I think what you have created is something unique, both in terms of guiding principles that you enunciated in the form of pillars, etc., as well as some of the detailed tactics. So the question is, are you doing anything proactively to spread this knowledge outside of your network? That is.
Okay. Okay.
The second question is, how do you not get blindsided, right? Every time we adopt a paradigm, we survive and thrive because of that paradigm. But sometimes that paradigm can also make us blind to something just coming out of the left field to us, right? So, and I'm not sure if there's a good answer to that, but maybe there is, right? So those are the two questions.
Yeah, great. Yeah, sure. So I will first cover your number one question, that are we, spreading TOC knowledge outside? So here I want to define for us what is outside mean. It is our suppliers and customers.
Yeah.
It is because when we say that we do business TOC way, we understood this need that our suppliers need to be trained in TOC the way we are. So here I'm not talking about fundamental certification, but understanding how, as a supplier of FFPL, I can do business in TOC way. So I can also, deliver them on time in full. And yes, we have TOC basic training modules for our supplier also. And this is how we tell them that if you want to do business with us,
Yeah.
you need to follow this necessary,
That's right.
things. So that is one. We also give trainings to our customer, because the time customer understands how do we operate on, TOC and our replenishment, they also come to know about our internal pain points and what now they can expect from us.
Beautiful.
So your first question answer outside. So yes, there are
Yeah,
training
I think my
programs.
question was, just sorry to interrupt, was a little bit
Yeah.
broader, right? So Toyota did the same thing, right? It did train its suppliers and its customers, but
Yes,
then the
yes.
Toyota way was spread outside of the Toyota network to the broader industry. And
Yes.
that was kind of the thrust of my question, outside
Yeah.
of the network.
Right. So right now we are only with, customers and suppliers, not very outside network. We are right now capturing when
Okay.
it comes to training.
I think the relevance of my question is that, if I look at India's 2047 vision
Hmm.
from Prime Minister Modi, I don't think that vision is going to get realized with 6-7% GDP growth, or with the 8-9% return on capital that the industry returns. I think the industry has to massively double its return on assets. And I think what
Hmm.
you're doing is key to that. That is the key for
Hmm.
the rest of the industry in India. So that is the
Yeah.
reason I was asking the question.
Yes, yes, yeah. So I understood. So I'm sure that our management must be thinking about it, but it is not yet percolated to our level. But yes, this is very, I mean, a good question. And definitely when I will go back, I will discuss this with our leaders. So
Perfect.
that is, thank you for this actually.
Well,
Yeah.
you have a 20 plus years sustainability. That's everything that is in TOC. We know that is not the norm.
Yeah.
So you have cracked the code to some
Yeah.
extent, and it will be great to disseminate that knowledge one way or another. Yeah, definitely.
Sure,
I
sure.
think
Yeah.
just to kind of reemphasize the point, right? Toyota became the definer of Japanese rise in the
Hmm.
industry. I think India needs the same thing,
Hmm.
right? To achieve its 2047 vision, and to achieve the extraordinary growth in GDP that is required to achieve that. I think
Yes.
what you are doing, have done, I think can be the shining light.
Yeah. Sure. We will definitely think about it.
And the second part was, how do you not get blindsided by your own success?
Yeah, right. See, we are very aware when we started using TOC. As I said, we faced a lot of pain points. So today also there was one question about senior management and their retention in FFPL. So yes, today also we lose some people because they cannot cope up with the type of speed and quality we go ahead. And we also know that there in future there will be challenges, not in future, I guess now it is in present. AI related, different generations related, technology related, and we keep thinking that okay, maybe I will not say that TOC we want to leave,
Mhm.
because we know that it has given us more than pain points, uh, points to feel delighted about our business. But at the same time, we have started thinking about, along with TOC, what we can do in terms of rapid development of filtration technology, where we are entering into knowledge of trees. So everyone must have heard about trees, and their training programs were already started. And now we can see this powerful combination, trees and TOC. So we call it TT inside. And right now, yes, now we are exploring it, but we have a roadmap defined for the next 2 years, that with the help of this product innovation thing, how we can go further. So we are very aware about, pain points as well, but we know that yes, this is what our core, and so we will not be biased.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you again. Thank you again very much. And
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. Danilo, I cannot hear you.
Okay. Now you can hear me.
Yeah.
Danilo, Tim Stacy also has his mic opened if he'd like to make comments back to his previous. So Tim, if you're still there, you're welcome to.
Stacy?
Yep. Tim Stacy. Yes. Hey, Tim.
Just checking, can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
Great. Yes. Go ahead. Thank you.
So my question was around, you talked about your core conflict in terms of the functions doing kind of local optimization. And something I noticed in terms of my business, we're driving it in primarily from projects, but now into manufacturing. And I was just kind of asking, did you have any issues or any lessons around functions adopting things at different rates? Any advice on that?
Okay. So if I have understood it correctly, question is, have we faced any issues while applying TOC tools, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And across the functions, yeah.
Yeah, across the functions. So yes, so as I showed in my presentation, the problem what we faced is not the tool, because as an organization we have to use X or Y tool, that is compulsory. What we faced is that uh, convincing people that now you need to change the way you work. For example, traditional way when we manage any project, that time it was different. So as TOC says very well, there is student syndrome, and we naturally tend to keep a lot of buffer. So if you ask me that how much days you need to prepare this presentation, I will naturally say 20 days. But if I applied CCPM in this, maybe it will give me just 4 days. And that was the biggest challenge we faced. And the challenge is, okay, now I cannot keep, my personal buffer period. So what will happen? So that was the challenge when it is a drum buffer rope. So we faced another challenge that, okay, we need to maintain the speed. So every day we understand that today, while connecting with our customers, that what is their demand and how fast we need to produce. So these are some of the things we faced. Another thing we faced is that TOC talks about that don't come up with different innovative ideas. Uh, think about only constraints, and initially that was very difficult thing for our people to digest, because initially everyone comes in their respective department, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then we started asking whether it is really necessary, will it affect our constraint in a positive way. And so that was another challenge, that we stopped unnecessary initiatives. So this is what I would like to tell.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. A comment from Amit. Now I'm looking all the screens. I didn't realize there was one for the microphone. Okay, it says great journey, presentation, content, and delivery was explanatory. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Jennifer, this is a good point to stop. I don't see any more questions here. Oh, I have a comment from Rocco. Tejaswini, my sincerest compliment to you and all the Fleetguard. I know Ellie Golder is smiling on you from heaven. I'm especially excited to hopefully hear from you in the future on your progress with Tris.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you again, Tejaswini. Jennifer, you want to close it
Yes,
down now?
please. Thank you, Danilo, for facilitating the Q&A. And Tejaswini, thank you, and thank everyone at Fleetguard. We appreciate this presentation. We appreciate all you do to support TOC, ICO, our whole community. This was an incredible presentation. It'll be shared, the recording will be shared with TOC, ICO members as well that weren't able to attend today. But everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your day. We appreciate all that you do. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.